Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. I want to send my prayers out to everybody in Boston. It's an unbelievable thing that's happening there and a tragedy, and the fact that they could, in real time on Twitter, sort of chase these guys and have this whole thing go down last night. If you were with me on Twitter, it was one of those things we'll remember for a long time. And so hopefully they can get that all settled and we can get back to normalcy. With that in mind, let's go over the Lakers versus Rockets. It was a crazy game that basically decided the 8th and the 7th seed in the playoffs because remember, Utah had lost the game before, so the Lakers actually were in, and they moved up to 7th with this win. I want to show you a smattering of plays that caught my eye during the game, and then we'll go down to the wire and the stretch run and how that ended up playing out and what affected the game. Because I thought it was quite interesting, and I think both coaches probably need to go back and look at this and learn some things before the playoffs start. The Lakers have a nice wrinkle to get the ball to the post, a double diagonal screen for Dwight. He has great position on Ashik, but Meeks just jacks up an early three. Terrible shot. Here, Jeremy Lin appears to freelance by doubling Dwight down low. Clearly the Rockets want to double with Parsons, who's taller and more effective. Lin gets in the way of Parsons, and watch Harden. There is no need for him to be in this position. Smith is there in the lane. Harden should know where his man is and be a lot closer to close out. Again, Houston doubles Dwight with a weak side big man, and then watch Lin stop moving through the lane with Blake. Parsons rotates well, but Lin is nowhere to be found. Blake wide open. Lin plays ice on the screen and roll, and Ashik sinks down to contain, only he doesn't make the extra step as Blake goes through. Beautiful reverse. The Lakers have a luxury in Pau Gasol. He possesses the most skilled post-up game in the NBA, plus he's the best passing big man as well. While he can't shoot from deep, this shot fake from mid-range has to be respected. Not many guys can make this pass. That said, Dwight Howard was pitching a tent in the lane. Pau has been feasting from the free throw line area as his man tends to offer very little pressure. He always looks to get the best shot, and watch this beautiful seal by Meta. The Lakers have changed up their offense enough to still cause confusion. Steve Blake and Earl Clark almost run into each other, no matter when you have Pau commanding so much attention down low. However, watch what happens when Harden helps one pass away. Another big no-no is doubling off the cutter after he hits the post. Parsons simply allows his man Jamison to be wide open under the hoop. Pau has no trouble making the gorgeous pass for the layup. Pau can also facilitate from the pick and roll. Houston opts to hedge with Ashik, opening up room for Pau on the baseline. This cross-court pass to the corner isn't as easy as it looks, and Jamison nails the three. Back on Christmas Day, I went on Houston radio and said Chandler Parsons was the most underrated player in the NBA, and he has continued to impress. I have no doubt he will improve these numbers as he gains more experience and contributes in so many ways. The Rockets outscored the Lakers 19-0 in fast break points, and look at this gorgeous half-court alley-oop from Lin to Parsons, who finishes with the left hand. More transition as Parsons takes off with 4 Lakers ahead of him. Meta foolishly hopes Meeks can get there in time, and Parsons dunks it. Parsons also shoots very well from three-point range. Watch how Meeks inexplicably tells Blake to cover his own man one pass away from the post. The Rockets use horns to create an ISO for Parsons on Jamison, who's a poor defender. He goes right by him like Jamison is standing still, and a very creative finish on the reverse. And this play got me out of my seat. The Lakers focus so intently on Harden, it forces a rotation with Steve Blake picking up Parsons. Watch the one spin move, then another back to the middle. Blake literally falls down. Then he floats the ball over Pau Gasol off the glass with the left hand. Gorgeous. Down the stretch, the Lakers run a double ball screen with Dwight and Pau. The spacing is off as they're too close together on the roll. Pau tries to go to work, but simply steps on the foot of his defender. The refs bail him out with a bad call. The Rockets run a nice pin down with Parsons, who misses the pocket pass for the layup. James Harden just stands way out in the perimeter instead of cutting to an open spot, and then Dwight Howard gets a lot of respect from the refs, even though there was a lot of contact. When the Lakers run pick and roll with Pau, they're really looking to get the ball low to Dwight. Blake is almost no threat to penetrate. On the spin, Dwight tries to shoot with his right hand and Ashik says no thank you. In a crucial fast break, Jeremy Lin over dribbles, then allows Dwight to knock the ball off his leg. Good play by Dwight, awful play by Lin. With the Rockets running out of chances, they run a 3-5 pick and roll with Parsons and Ashik. Notice how Harden is just walking around on the weak side, not engaged. He should be sliding to the corner to give Lin a pass. For his part, Lin foolishly gets stuck up in the air and the ball goes out of bounds. This could have been an open game-tying 3 by Harden. On review, the Rockets get it back with little time on the shot clock. For the whole game, Dwight had been sagging on screen and roll way too far, giving up lots of open shots. Harden takes advantage, but is out of control, yet hits this miraculous circus shot. Afraid of getting beat to the basket, Dwight won't come any farther than the free throw line. This gives Harden a wide open shot, but you can see the whiplash his head does almost by instinct, wanting the foul. This is no way to hit a crucial shot in the fourth quarter. Another double ball screen with Dwight and Pau. Pau nails Lin in the face with his elbow, no call, but the Rockets do a nice job of containing the Blake penetration. The Lakers have to swing the ball. Blake ignores getting the ball to Howard, who's open in the low post, perhaps afraid they'll foul him. And Pau doesn't shoot on the pick and pop until it's way too late. Terrible possession. Down by 1, the Rockets have a chance for a 2-for-1 without having to rush a shot. As long as they shoot within 16 seconds, they can get the ball back again. They try screening with Dwight's man, and this time Dwight comes out slightly further and Harden doesn't pull the trigger. They have no other action to go to. Now they waste time with a 10-dribble ISO from Harden. By the time Lin gets it, they have no chance to get the ball back without fouling. Another terrible possession. With 16.7 seconds left, there's enough time for a choice. Either go for the 3 to tie, or get a quick 2, foul, hope for a miss, then get the ball back with 8 seconds left. The Rockets appear like they want the quick 2, although Harden dribbles 4 times before attacking. While in the air, Harden decides to toss it to Lin in the corner. Let's review. If you want a 3, who do you want shooting it? Lin, Delfino, or Parsons? If you really want the 3, then you should have Delfino use his superior speed with Pau guarding him to get open. There were no screens set for the shooters, so Harden needed to get to the hoop and shoot the close shot. So what does Harden do? Dwight comes off his man because they're up by 3. He's not concerned with him shooting a 2, and they can always foul him, where Smith is a terrible free throw shooter. Instead, he leaves his feet and gets the pass tipped away. Remember, the Lakers had a foul to give, and this was the time to take it. There would have been under 7 seconds to go on a sideline out of bounds, a tall order. Instead, 2 guys run at Lin, leaving Parsons open for a 32-footer, and this goes down as luck since the ball was a complete line drive, but somehow found the net. So there you have it, sports fans. At this point of the year, after 82 games, you're kind of supposed to already have ironed out all these late game issues, and you shouldn't see mistakes like that being made and sort of lack of focus in what they really wanted to do. It should already be very clear, and we shouldn't have these things. And leading into the playoffs and the ultimate pressure, I would be a little concerned for both these teams. And by the way, you should be, because they're 8th and 7th, and they're going to be playing much better teams and probably are not going to give up too much of a battle in those first round. Well, stay tuned. We're going to get our schedule out of all our post-game shows very soon. We're going to do a ton of coverage. We're planning on having double breakdowns for many of the days during the first round. So stay tuned for lots more, because we're going to literally explode with B-Ball Breakdown during the playoffs. So don't miss it at all. And don't forget, at B-Ball Breakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in?